our population is aging, and how we take care of them in an affordable and secure way without bankrupting our children's generation is, in my opinion, the most important domestic issue of our generation. And a lot of it needs to be done at the federal level, but we're not running for Congress anymore. We're running for lieutenant governor. So states often need to take the lead on achievements we can make at the state level to help the federal government when it starts doing that journey. And there'll be a lot of aspects to it. Just one I want to mention specifically. When my mother was in the nursing home in Minneapolis, and she was in the best nursing home in the country, and she had family right there, namely my sister, my brother from Dallas would fly up there regularly. She got wonderful care. She was surrounded by people she loved. And yet, when I visited her, talking to my sister Jody, she said, Billy, when I'm not here, she still doesn't get as good care as I am. She needs an advocate for her when I'm not here to make sure she gets her meds right, her food right. And so 10 years ago, there were hearings on the abuse that had taken place in state institutions for the disabled and mentally ill. And I spoke at that hearing. So this isn't my first day at the rodeo. And what I advocated then is that the state require all institutions of care, which would include seniors and the disabled and others, state and private, to hire at least one advocate for the residents, more than one depending on their size, paid for by the institution, but reporting not to the institution so they can't be fired if they're crabbing too much, but reporting to the state agency which oversees their care, so that all families know that even if the care is not quite as good as when they're there, they have an advocate who's the liaison between the family and the resident, or some residents have no family, who makes sure that abuse doesn't take place and that care is the best we have to offer. And the lieutenant governor can't make legislation happen by themselves. But the issues I've chosen are bipartisan. We all have parents that we need to take care of. We're all going to be elderly. What Republican or Democrat doesn't want us to find a way to take care of our elderly in a safe, affordable way? And so I hope to work with the legislators to introduce legislation to that effect. And if it is as attractive as I hope it'll be, it'll pass. And if not, my backup plan is to take a referendum to the people and put it on the ballot and get it passed that way. I don't think the legislature sometimes gets confused and represents corporate lobbyists instead of the people who elected them, but I hope that'll be different under my administration.